Hey everybody, it's Lindsey here from Stretch Lab Fort Wright, and I want to talk to you today about some movement that you can do. A lot of us have probably been sitting at home, whether on a computer, on a phone, on some type of piece of technology, or even watching TV for a little bit too long. So what I'd like to challenge you to do today is get moving, but get moving in a way that's going to be restorative and then also playful. This is a good one that you can probably engage your kids in if you have children. If you don't, just try to remember yourself how to be playful even though you've grown up, right? We need a little bit of lightheartedness in these days, so hopefully this can help you find some peace of mind, some calming ways to still continue stretching at home, but also find a little fun and a little bit of relaxation in doing so. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is, like I said, most of us sit either at a desk or sitting in this nice parallel position, keeping those hip flexors contracted. Lower back is probably aching from trying to hold it up. Bring yourself down to the floor. That's step number one. We're going to use the floor for a lot of this today. Go ahead and lie down. Try to think about lengthening through your spine, nice flat back down to the carpet. That alone should feel nice and restorative, simply because you've been holding up that spine all day. Take your feet either hip-width apart parallel or a little bit wider, and then you're going to go ahead and let them fall knock-kneed together. Excellent. Go ahead and hug yourself, crossing one arm over the other, and then you're going to think about your tailbone for a second. Rock back so that your tailbone is curving under and you flatten out that space with the lower back. Hold that for a few breaths and then release. It's a gentle massage of your lower back into the floor here. Go ahead and do it again. Curl it under, pressing that lower back into the floor, and release. This is a position you want to go ahead and actually hold for a few minutes, right? You're turning everything inwards for a second, kind of just relaxing and really showing yourself some love for a second here. You can always take the arms and switch the position that they're in. You can even take the feet out a little bit wider if you need. If this is still uncomfortable for you, you could take either a small pillow or a yoga block or something and prop your tailbone up so that you can really feel that tailbone curving if you need a little bit of help in doing so. Once you've held that for a few minutes, go ahead and take one of your legs. I'm going to choose my right leg and cross it over my left. Or find a turn out external rotation now of that leg. Or reach through and grab the thigh and draw that shape closer to the body. This is going to lengthen and stretch through the piriformis. Should feel really good, especially on that lower back if you've been sitting all day. Feel free to move it about just a bit. Once you've held this for a little bit of time, and again, these are exercises that you can get your kids involved, right? Make them playful, make them fun. Maybe it's a copy game, right? You take the shape and then they copy you doing it. Set the foot back down to the ground. Let that knee over cross. You're going to find the lumbar rotation. This should feel great through the back, and you're going to let the head continue to fall over to the right. Letting the body melt into the ground here. Gently using your abdominals, bring yourself back to the center. Maybe find that position again, reset. Let the knees fall together. Let the arms hug. Take a big hug towards yourself. Take a few breaths here again. Gently unwind. This time take the left leg, cross it over, reach through, grab a hold of that thigh, draw the shape closer to the body one more time. Making sure we get both sides. Again, you can rock a little bit back and forth, draw it in closer, use your muscles to guide that stretch if you need. Set the foot back to the carpet, over across the legs, Find a spinal rotation here. Gaze to the left. Using your abdominals, bring yourself back center. Maybe one more time. Find that position. Internally rotate. Hold it here for a second. It's a great stretch for the piriformis and a nice restorative relaxation place to begin in that internally rotated self-hug. Start. Once you've done some of those, this could be the fun part for the kids. So you want to get creative with your imagery. Lie down on the ground. Send your arms right up overhead, your feet long in front of you. Take a deep breath in and reach in both directions as if someone is pulling you in both ways. Inhale, reach. Exhale, relax into the ground. One more time, big inhale, reach as if someone is lengthening you in both directions. Arms reaching, shoulders sliding up towards the ears, legs pulling away from you, and relax. You can take a moment here, bring your hands back down to your sides, flex your feet, dig your heels into the ground for a second, and then rock yourself back and forth. This is a nice massage through the entire body. I'm going to turn my angle in case you can't see me. I would flex my feet here and a little rock. This is something that often many of us at Stretch Lab Fort Wright simulate this movement and relaxation for you when you're on the table as well. It's a way to kind of recreate it yourself, but clearly not as good as it is when you come visit us. What next? All right, after that, you're going to draw your body into a tiny little fetal position here. Curl everything in like a little bug. You can tell your kids that you are, I don't know, some animal that curls up into a little tiny shape. And then you extend, open up into a beautiful butterfly, reaching again long in both directions. Bring it back in, curl in. Extend long, reach in both directions. Feel free to arch the back, reaching long. One more time, come in. Good, roll yourself over to the other side. You want to do the same thing on the other side. Extend long, reach, reach, reach. Bring it back in. Extend long, reach, reach, reach. Bring it back in. Bring yourself back to that center position. All right, this time, this one's gonna get a little bit more complicated, but not undoable here. So take your hands out to a nice big X. Feet out in front of you. Trying to make sure you guys can still see me for the most part. All right, you're gonna sit your body up and you're gonna sweep your left arm over, push yourself up so that you're using your arms here. Drop your body forward and around. Take it to the left side. Again, find that support and stability with the left side, and then continue drawing that big line on the ground. Now the goal with this one is to try to keep some limb touching the ground as you circle around. So my right arm is still here, my left arm is still connected, I'm reaching forward, still connected, 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 staying connected and open. Good. As if you're drawing snow angels and the chalk cannot come off the ground or the snow has to stay on the ground. Again, you can get creative with this, making big circles. It engages your core, it engages the entire body and kind of keeps you moving in a way that's a little bit different than you normally would try to find that movement. A lot of times you can find these same movements, right? We're standing up and we reach, low ceilings. We reach all the way up to the ceiling and then relax, right? We'll take some of these same breaths. If getting onto the floor is super challenging for you, and I totally understand that, and you need to do these exercises standing, this is how you can do them standing. Again, you would take your feet, a little bit hip width apart, parallel, reach up, exhale, release. Same thing with the circular movement. You could take the arms out to the side, reach up and over, drop the body forward. You want to keep a slight bend in your knees here to protect your lower back. because gravity is weighing on you just a little bit more than lying on the ground, especially if you're not used to moving in these ways. But you could take them in the same fashion. Hopefully that's making sense. All right, what else? A couple more ways to kind of find blood flow and circulation and gentle stretches. So again, you've been sitting at the computer all day or at your phone or watching TV in a chair. You've kind of been in this upright position, but not a lot of circulation has been going on. I definitely encourage you to get out and take a walk, but other than that, some of these things can help as well. So maybe it's time to talk to your quarantine buddy, have a conversation, bring yourself down to the ground, find a wall, find a floor, that's all you need. Bring those legs up. There you go. Now you're talking to your quarantine buddy, having conversation, reversing the blood flow, getting a gentle hamstring stretch. Say this is too much. Scoot away from the wall, take the legs to a bent position, and continue to find length until you find that stretch. This is also something that you can do with one leg at a time. So, in order to do that though, you would have to find an end wall. With this one, I'll take my right leg up, left leg is bent to support and protect my lower back. Here again, you will find a gentle stretch through the hamstring and you can relax here. If this is too much, scoot yourself away. Again, take a bent position and continue working to straighten and lengthen it in that position. If you're super advanced and the wall isn't going to do it for you, feel free to find a stretch strap or a towel or t-shirt or something that you can either tie together and make some kind of makeshift strap and draw that shape closer to you, right? Now, if you were looking for that equipment, we can definitely get it to you from StretchLab. Or like I said, if times are tight and you need to just make a makeshift stretch strap, take an old t-shirt, cut it up, tie it together, or an old towel that you can tie together and make a loop. Anything that can just gently pull that towards you and engage a light stretch in the hamstring until you find the desired amount of tension there. Let's see, what else? So far we've moved through all kinds of things to kind of reverse the effects of what may happen now as we get a little bit more sedentary. Hopefully we don't. I highly encourage you to keep up these techniques at home. And as always, if you have any questions, let us know. We're happy to help. We miss you. That's it. Have a great day.